Hello, everybody. This is my narrative speech, and today I'm going to be talking about motivation and inspiration. Something that has kind of led me back to college right now at the age of 30 years old, because kind of seems a little late in life, but it's really never too late in life to make a change. Um, Around the year of from senior to my first year of college, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I had no sense of direction of where I was going, what I was going to do. Both of my parents were hardworking people, but didn't have an education, so a college education. So they were supportive, but I just didn't have that guidance to get me to what I wanted to do. So I decided I was just going to go to ECC for criminal justice, maybe become a cop, and figure it out from there. Well, after a year into college, I it wasn't for me. I wasn't really into it, and I didn't know what I really wanted to do. So I went back another year, surprisingly, but I went back for a whole new, different field, which was electrical utility, and it's basically a lineman for National Grid or NICEG or any of the cable companies around here. My goal was to get a job in an NICEG and National Grid, but at the time when I got out of college, they weren't hiring. So I decided I went and applied for a cable job for a subcontracting company that worked with Time Warner Cable, and I did that for a year. I was happy at the time, and things were going good, and I was just hoping, one day I can apply for NICEG and get going into a good career. But after a year, Time Warner Cable and Spectrum decided to make a change, and I was laid off. So now at this time in my life, I'm 24 years old, I'm renting in an apartment, and I now don't have a job. So I'm a little discouraged, and I'm thinking, I don't know what to do now. I'm trying to figure things out. So I go to my parents and I try to ask them and try to figure out what I'm going to go for. And my parents tell me I should take the test for the post office. And it's a good career, it's a pension, only 30 years. And at 24 years old, I was like, ooh, I'll retire at 54. So I decided to go take the tests and I got the job. And that is actually what I'm currently doing. But around a few months ago, it just I don't know. One day I was sitting there and I was thinking, it would be nice to go back to school and do something different, something that I am really interested into, which is technology, computers, cybersecurity. And I got that same feeling I did when I was going from high school to college, where I was discouraged a little bit, and I was like, I'm 30 years old. I feel like, it's too late. I'm not going to be able to do it. It's going to be too much on me. I'm not going to be able to handle all the stress with work, taking care of a home, a dog, college. So I kept thinking about it, and I didn't want to really take the risk. And it just kept dawning on me that I was like, if I never get this done and keep waiting, next thing you know, it will be too late. So I decided one day to sit down with my cousin and talk to him, because I'm actually pretty close to my cousin, and he just went back to college to do cybersecurity. And he said something inspirational to me. And he said something that was pretty inspirational to me. Like, do I want to go back for 4 years? And it might be a lot on me, it might be a struggle, but it's something that can get me to the career that I truly love, and something that I'll be happy for 30 years compared to what I'm doing now. And a quote that he told me as well is, because sometimes I get a little nervous of risk, but sometimes something that he told me was, sometimes you need to take a step back to take two steps forward. And that really resonated with me and kind of gave me that push to go back to school. Because also, another thing is, a lot of friends, when I told them about that, this was my idea, that I wanted to go back to school. Some of them said, oh, why are you doing that? You're already 30. You have 6 years into the post office, a pension, all the benefits. Why do you want to give that up? And I said, you know, That is kind of true, and I did think about that. But I also thought about what my cousin told me, and it was very inspirational to me to get me to go back to college, and I signed back up, and I'm here now. So basically, my point of my whole story was no matter what, if you're discouraged or looking for some inspiration or something to do to move forward, it's always around you. There's family, there's friends, there's just people to talk to, and sometimes you need that push to get going. That is the point of my story, and everybody have a great day, and I will see you next week.